This is VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. It's just gone 1930 hours, 7:30 p.m, 0930 UTC. This is Victor Kilo 4 Golf Romeo Bravo. We'll now start the VK4BAD BAD net for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call sign to the club call of VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Currently at the present time it is 8.9 degrees outside. We are looking at a 0 to -1 there tonight, here out at Faryiryland, and it's going to be one of those nights. We are live streaming, so we are on YouTube on Dippy TV, so good evening to all the people who watch the live stream or the recording of. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Now listening for any call-ins. Please call in VK4BAD.
Yeah, VK4BAD, VK4 Mike Echo Echo. Gary, it's too cold out here in the veranda with the main radio, so I'm going inside there near the TV on my handheld. But the signal's not good enough there to hold a conversation with it, Gary. It's a patchy signal. I've got to muck around with it there, so I'm just going to listen tonight. Thanks, Gary. Over.
No worries at all there, Eric. Okay, does anyone else want to call into the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club, VK4BAD?
VK Mike, good evening. VK4FAX, another old fellow listening. VK.
Okay, we've got Mike Echo Echo just listening. VK4 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 Yankee Charlie, good evening there. Does anyone else want to join the Bunya Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD listening? Okay, there most likely be someone call in afterwards, never know. Okay, and as I did state the preamble, I am live streaming through the YouTube channel at Dippy TV under the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's lot there. Okay, as is, we have VK4 Mike Echo just listening. So it goes VK4 Echo Mike, Merv, VK4 FAX Don, and then VK4 Yankee. Before we start the first round, is there anyone else call in? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing heard on. Okay, VK4 Echo Mike, over to you there, Merv, over.
Okay, Gary. Thank you, VK4BAD with the group, VK4. Very good evening to the lurkers and the listeners as well, as other people say. Temperature here is the same as you, Gary. It's supposed to be something really stupid in the morning, like -3 at Oakey, they said on the news. And I don't know why they always give it as Oakey. As a weather station, and they pass that on. But anyway, it was sure cold here this morning, I can tell you. I come and had a look at 10 to 6, and it was about 4 degrees. And yeah, I went back to the dune in a sleeping bag as well. I was sitting on the lounge waiting for news to come on TV. And very cold, very cold. As we all would agree, I'm sure. All right, I'll pass it on to you, Don. Very good evening, and I caught up with Jason the other day, and I was yakking away on the wide area network, I think it was, and Jason dropped in and said a few words and a quick hello. He's very excited. He's bought a house and sort of, you know, getting everything moved around where they want, windows and things like that. VK4 FAX and the group VK4 Echo Mike.
Just for a word from our sponsors as well. VK4 Echo Mike with the group VK4 FAX. Good evening, Gary and Eric, if you're listening, and Jim. Good to hear from you. I haven't heard from you. Hope everything's well up there in Black. Yeah, I tried to ring Jason this evening actually, and I got an answer, but no verbals, so I'm not sure. But great to hear that he's in the living, and haven't heard from him 18 months or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, exceptionally cool. I'm rugged up like a bear here. I decided not to put the heating on the aircon because I here for a little bit, and the power bills are just astronomical. Mine has doubled over the last 18 months, and I have 9 kilowatts of solar power, and they give me less and less for that, and anyway, we won't go there. All we can hope, Petone and Pete get the atomic power plants up and running. Cheap power. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, the groups will probably. Anyway, all good. VK4BAD.
Yeah, good there. State covered in solar panels yet before that gets through, mate. Yeah, really. But there certainly has been a lot of controversy. Power stations. So, yeah. But anyway, evening there, Gary. Merv. Been pretty tied up. But cold weather, yeah. We have had a few rough days. The wind on its head off, and I guess guys would have had that. But yeah, like a cold morning with the frost is not too. You've got southwesterly winds behind it. Not much fun. Yeah, we've only had a couple of lots here, but I was talking to one of our reps that called this afternoon, and he lives not far from. They've had a lot of over that way. There's a lot of people in there, but I guess this time of the year for sure. But at least your 9 kilowatts there, Don. That's the main thing. But yeah, you do certainly not just wasting it as such, as opposed to using it for what you have to. I think Gary's probably doing okay out there with the not too much cloud around just recently. So hopefully the batteries are up to scratch there, Gary. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, we've been harvesting for a while now. Going pretty well, some late afternoon mornings, kind of things. Yeah, that's about it for this round anyway. In there too, Eric. Just but anyway, Gary, back up to you, and okay on the VK4YC.
VK4 for Bravo Alpha Delta. Before we, do anyone want to call into the net? Okay, we got JRA. Anyone else, VK? Or JRA, have a say.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. VK4BAD or JRA in the way home, having a bit of dinner out. Say hello and goodbye, and the repeater itself is going. So this is the second net on the new repeater, and sounds pretty good tonight. No crackling or anything in the background, so there mustn't be much wind whipping that antenna around up there now. So all good. So thanks for running the net, Gary, and yeah, heard a couple of the others. And then we'll see where it goes from there. VK4BAD, VK4GRB.
VK4 for BAD. Jay, want to call in on the net before the second round? VK4BAD listening? No, no one there. Okay, yes, not too sure on what the weather's going to do. It looks like we're going to in the minuses again either tonight. So one freezing, one not quite, and then the Yes, the weather can't make up its mind. One who was wondering about, just on the last 3 months. No live streaming. Tonight, back into live streaming the net. For the ones who are watching, battery system in the place, and it's running okay. We're back to normal running. We got at the present 9.7 kilos in. That's been here and doing the live streamings for a couple. I noticed that it was the 20th of February was the last. The 20th of March was I done the live stream. Been just not quite tomorrow will be that I was off air. Okay. No worries there. Start the second round and the last round, of course, on this net. Is anyone want to come in and VK4BAD? Okay, heard there. For Echo Mike, VK4BAD.
VK4BAD in the group, VK4. A very good evening to you. I don't know, from what I've worried me too much because I want. I reckon it's going to cost double or more than what we're paying for power now. This, all this wind generation and all. We've got a solar too far from here, and it's getting bigger all the time. And all the farmers out that there was going to be so much reflection off the. They wouldn't be able to see where they're going in there, and they're lost in the paddock. Times have driven right around the site, and I've seen nothing. Putting more panels in and more panels in. About $18 million and Earth. So I don't really understand all that. I got out of here. But great hearing you all there tonight. And we'll expect more in the morning. We've had some severe frost here. The whole house, the roof of the house was all covered and all the windows. Some of the mornings here are that thick with fog that the birds aren't flying around anymore. They're walking from, spot to spot. All right, back to you, Don. And thanks for running the net tonight, Gary. And very good evening to you all. VK4FAX in the group, VK4 Echo Mike, just listening. Cheers.
VK4FAX returning and good VK4EM move, multiple conversations can be held about those pros and cons for wind, solar, nuclear, whatever. I listen to them all, and there just seems to be varied opinions, and I have a leaning one way or the and I don't want to discuss that over the air, and I think there's many people out there that are peddling so much garbage that most people that don't have a complete understanding of things can't really make a decision that is correct. And you're probably right. When we see the results move, we won't be around. It'll take that long. But I'm pretty sure Blackout Bowen is not on the right path. And photos, thanks for all those photos, Move. Absolutely great. The ones you send, you know, like the train out there in Pittsburgh and all the rest. Yeah, great for that. VK4YC, over to you there, Jim. Thanks for running the net there, Gary.
Yeah, good, Don. But I reckon you probably hit the nail on the head, though, Don, how much truth is in some of the information you hear about all the different energy types, how much it produces and downtime and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you're not too sure what to make of it all. Is probably some of the battle, but Merv, yeah, okay, on the frost over your way there too. Yeah, I know. I was talking to my brother. He lives not too far from Kia there, and he's had a few -5s there, getting fairly well below zero there. So, and it's always been a pretty cold spot where I was brought up there. So yeah, it certainly has set in fairly well, but we are a little bit lucky here with just a few light ones at this stage anyway. But that remains to be seen. I guess it can still change its mind and give us a pretty heavy dose of frost. But anyway, thanks, Gary, for running the net. Jake, evening to you there too. Sounds like you've been fairly busy, and the repeater is doing a pretty fine job there. Not that I've spent a lot of time here and been pretty tied up farm-wise, but good to hear you about, mate. VK4GRA. Oh, thanks for running the net, Gary, if I didn't say that. VK4GRA, VK4 Yankee Charlie.
Yeah, thanks there, Jim. VK4 Yankee Charlie, VK4 Juliet Romeo Alpha. And yeah, thanks again, Gary, for holding the net for us all tonight. It's great. Good effort, mate. So, yeah, the repeater should be working good. Still good quality. So, top Motorola to a taste. So, sort of, yeah, not too much of a downsize, but yeah, I've been pretty busy with work, sort of doing stuff through the week and get home and don't really feel like doing it after hours or on the weekends. So, sort of been trying to catch up on a bit of yard work and putting fences up around the yard and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, fun stuff, the joys of owning a house, as they say. Never ends. Anyway, yeah, it's meant to get pretty cold here in the morning. I think it's about 0 degrees here in Dalby tomorrow morning. And then it's meant to warm up and then hit down at 0 again on Sunday. So, sort of not looking forward to that. The cold's nice, but in moderation, and the heat's nice as well, in moderation. If only there was a happy medium all year long. But, yeah, that'd be no good for the farmers. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep it short and sweet and probably, yeah, get out of the cold and go and cuddle up in bed shortly. Thanks, Gary, for running the net, and, yeah, hope VK4BAD, VK4GRA.
VK4GRA, VK4BAD. Before we close the net off, is anyone else want to come in, say hello, goodbye before we close the net? VK4BAD?
VK4MV, late arrival, sorry. Got caught up with discussions on the group's IO and completely forgot about that. And have as well. And although he called in on Monday and we looked at an FTTX 5000 that's had a bit of ant damage, so there's some hope for it, but it's a it ever working again. Back to you, Gary. VK4BAD, VK4MV.
For MV, for B. There, Al. At least you got in there. Hi. Okay, put that to the powers to be in that funny house down instead of where they are. That allows then for farmers to actually run beef on their properties, and the beef can walk underneath them, or sheep, or whatever livestock they want to run. And two is that every brand new house which gets built now should have a minimum of 10 kilowatts of panels and a battery bank, and make that as compulsory. And you would find that if every house from now on which gets built has got that much, at least a battery bank and 10 kilowatts of power, they are definitely not going to. The place is definitely not going to run out of power. Now, they're the two things I would highly suggest to them. And my feelings on it, as I said, I am living 100% off-grid. I do live off the solar and wind. I have got 9.7 kilowatts of solar, and I have 7 kilowatts of wind. So I have both here, and yes, sometimes the wind don't blow and sometimes the sun don't shine. But that's where the batteries come into it. Stand by. VK4BAD returning. So that's my lot. I just look at all the solar farms, and if they bump them up about another 2 feet higher than what they are, and it would please everybody, because cattle could come underneath and eat us on the ground there, and the farmers could still got their property. Hi. So it's a bit of a hit and miss when it comes that way. But as I said, the ones who are mainly complaining are the ones who have never had solar or wind or anything like that, and look at it. And nuclear, yes, it's still relying on one place, and as they said, it's going to take 20 years to see the first one. So it's a bit hit and miss on both kind of things. But anyway, This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I would like to thank VK4 Echo, who was just listening. VK4 Echo in VK4 FAX Don in Drayton, VK4 Yankee VK4 JRA Jake in Dolby, Al in thank you for turning up and putting your little bits and pieces to tonight's net. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Until the same time next week, 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m, 09:30 UTC. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. We'll now resume back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. And we will now leave the frequency open for general traffic. So until the same time next week when we have another edition of VK4BAD BadNet, this is VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland, saying 7-3, and we'll catch us all again at the same time next week. VK4 BAD GRB out.